Welcome back. It's episode 2, baby. Let's roll. Welcome back. On today's episode of Game in 5, we discuss the key role players within the world of music royalties and how they affect songwriters, composers, artists, and producers alike. Make sure you lock in this 5 minutes because it's going to be really intense. So to begin with, who are the collection societies within the UK? What is a collection society? What's a P.r.o? What's a C.m.o? Don't worry, I'm here to answer all these questions. You're in good hands. I got you. Within the UK, there's 3 main societies that you need to be aware of. The first of which is P.r.s for Music. P.r.s for Music are a collection society, also considered to be a P.r.o, a performing rights organization, who are in place to collect royalties on behalf of their members. As discussed in the previous episode, we talked about the different rights, and P.r.s are there to collect the royalties on behalf of those who own the song rights. So that's the literary and musical works. That could be songwriters, composers, and music publishers. To further clarify, P.r.s collect royalties whenever your music is publicly performed or broadcast. That means if it's played on the radio or the TV, you get royalties. Or if it's available to the public in a superstore, a shop, a barber's, wherever you go, you also are entitled to royalties. And that is what P.r.s collect on your behalf when you become a member of their society. The second is MCPS. They collect royalties in relation to what we call the mechanical right, and they work hand in hand with P.r.s for Music. Now, this mechanical right relates specifically to when your work is reproduced or copied in a different medium. And that's what MCPS focuses on, to make sure that you get your royalties. So that can be via CD, vinyl, cassette, and even a part of downloads and streams. It also relates to whenever your music is used within TV adverts or TV shows. The third of these companies is PPL. Now, PPL deal with the recording copyright, so they deal with record labels and recording artists. Their responsibility is to collect royalties on behalf of the performers who perform on the record. So that could be session musicians, that could be people who perform the song that has been written by someone else. But in a nutshell, they deal with the sound recording. And if you cast your mind back to episode 1, where we spoke about it, this relates to the phonographic right, aka the master rights. So in your mind, picture a triangle. At the top, you have P.r.s, to the left, you have MCPS, and to the right, you have PPL. Obviously in no particular order. What you need to ensure is that over the course of your music career, you're signed up to one, if not all, of these organizations to ensure that you're getting the most out of your music copyrights and getting paid for the music that you create. So, when do I join these societies and how do I join? All of the information pertaining to how to join the societies are available on their respective websites. I definitely implore you to go and visit when you have the time, because you'll find most of the information on their website. For all my international people, it may be worth researching what P.r.os, performing rights organizations, exist within your country. But the choice is yours ultimately. I'm talking specifically about those which exist within the UK. Now, over the years, a lot of people have come to me and asked, when is the right time to join these societies? Should I do it now? Do I wait? Put it simply, as a music professional, do you have a buzz? Is your music out there? Do you perform live? Are you trying to make a career out of your music? If the answer to this is yes in any capacity, then the time is now to join one, if not all, of those societies at your earliest convenience. Now, some of them incur a cost in terms of memberships, others don't. I implore you to visit the respective websites of each, find out what the joining process is to ensure that you get the best out of each. So the next question is, well, if I don't join, what does that mean? Can't I just get away with not joining one of those societies or any of them? Well, you could, but you won't get paid. No, for real, you won't get paid. Joining a P.r.o, a performing rights organization, or C.m.o, a collective management organization, pretty much mean the same thing. In doing so, what you're doing is ensuring that anytime your music is publicly performed or broadcast, or the public have access to hearing your music, you're being paid money, because ultimately you're owed money for the use of your music when it's exposed to the public. Look at it this way. Your money is on the other side of the river. You need a boat to get to the other side of the river, right? The P.r.os or the C.m.os are that boat to get you to the other side of the river. Now, the benefit of joining these collection societies is that they do a lot of the heavy lifting and hard work for you. In turn, what that means is you don't have to go to each and every place where your music is being played and used and try and figure out how much money people owe you, because their job is to do all the calculations on your behalf and make sure that you get paid. Now, joining is just half the story. Once you join, it's your responsibility to ensure that you're registering your music with the respective societies. What does that look like? It looks like making sure you give them all the information relating to your release. The same also applies to when you perform live. You want to ensure that wherever you perform in the world, you reflect that information on these databases, because otherwise you won't get paid. So let's recap. We spoke about the collection societies within the UK. We also covered when to join as a member of these societies, the benefits of joining a society, and what it means for you as a songwriter, composer, or recording artist. We then spoke briefly about the implications of not joining as a member of a society, and then we rounded it up with what you need to do should and when you join as a member of these societies and what your responsibilities are. Once again, I thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. It's been a very enjoyable experience for me, and I'll be back again soon with the next episode of Gaming 5. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Stay blessed, stay safe, look after yourself. Peace.